Let's do this one more time. Hey everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Panashe Kimberley, also known as Mrs. Majapa Edze, sometimes known as Pancho. Depends on who you are or where you are. You can call me whatever. But it is with much joy and much pleasure that I return to this YouTube channel after a whole year of going into hiding and coming out of that year a mom. And I am still in denial. I'm still trying to figure out this thing called being a mom. I am totally confused sometimes. And sometimes I'm getting the hang of it. But what I do know is I have a whole lot of stories to tell. And I would like to tell them to you. And I'd like to share them with you. As well as to share new thoughts and new ideas that I have for this year, 2024. Mama's got to work. Baby's got to eat. Daddy's got to, have a fresh kanyama, ka baby, ka heavy kanyama. So yes, we are back to YouTube, we are back to working, and 2024, I feel like it's going to be a good year, a good new year. So if you are joining me for the first time, thank you so much for joining me. Please hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so that you know when I've posted a new video, whether it's a short, whether it's a big video, whatever. And yeah. Stay tuned, sit back, relax, and enjoy the story of Laelynn, how I figured out she was pregnant, the things that happened during her pregnancy, all the way up until today when we have this little babe. But this is only part one. I do hope that you stay tuned because part two will be coming soon. Alright guys, so I am here with Laelynn, and Laelynn is right here under here. I'm not gonna be doing much with her. I'm just gonna be sitting here and watching her while I do my YouTube. She's wide awake, so if you hear a bit of or a bit of maybe I'll be lying, maybe I'd have said something that is not true, whatever the case may be. Please bear with Laelynn. She cannot defend herself yet, so whatever I am saying goes. Yeah, whatever mommy says is the truth. Yeah. All right, so newyear January gore chitanga taita sezvi yapaya tabuda mna 2022 2023 takabuda 2022 takaita seko takagraduate December 4th. I graduated. It was amazing. I finally got my degree in film, TV, and radio production. As you can see, I got a first-class degree, yay me, which means ndiri chi sharp-minded person, ndine brainy don't mind my hairline. This is postpartum hair loss. If you don't know it, now you know that you can lose hair after having a baby. But anyway, that's a story for another day. So yes, I graduated 2023. We ended 2022. We ended 2022 on a high note. I remember New Year's 2023, we were doing shots, we were having fun with me and my friends, and me and my husband were just in that mood. So I know that this little person was conceived somewhere around end of January, early February, because I then found out somewhere in the middle of February. Now the funny thing is, I found out in the most unconventional way. So you know what happened? I was at a party, and me and my friend Tari, shout out to Tari. Yes, me and my friend Tari were just getting some air. So we're just coming we were at a dinner party. One of our friends had their birthday going on, and we went and had dinner. And then I had this lovely meal, but then for some reason, me and this lovely meal were not getting along. I had some bone marrow for my starter, and I also had a proper, I had duck. I had duck for the main course. but I could still smell the bone marrow in my nose, like as if it had been in my nose, like something. I could smell it. It was just so strong. And then the duck suddenly just, like, I just started, like, kungodzova the bone marrow and the duck. And I'm like, what in be this? What is this? What's going on? You know? And I was so confused because I'd never had this problem. So I was just, I don't know, my mood was just funny that day because after dinner, we went for drinks elsewhere. And I'm busy doing, you know me, shisha, drinks. We were just preparing shisha. I'd gone to get shisha stuff. Then the vandato jipisa ne chago ye shisha. And I'm like, oh my gosh, my silk shirt. And I was so mad about my silk shirt. And then I don't know, I just felt like I was in some type of mood where I was sad about my silk shirt, but then maybe chico. It was just so like, and then I started feeling like I wanted to throw up, and I'm like, let me go outside. So I go outside and I find my friend Tari. She's also doing, I don't know what she was doing. I think she had gone to the loo because the loo is also outside. So she had gone to the loo, and I was feeling like, you know what, I'm gonna throw up. And then I went outside and I'm like, I need this fresh air, I need to throw up. And then Tari's like, oh, you want to throw up? Why? And I'm like, I don't know, I just feel like a lot of things are happening. I feel like maybe the food I ate is not good, but then I don't get it. Like, I was just confused and we didn't pinpoint it. And then Tara was like, Mrs. Mushi, are you okay? And I'm like, I think so. I mean, I hadn't been thinking about it. And then she's like, oh, okay, yeah, but I think tomorrow you need to go get yourself a pregnancy test. Yes, this is how you tap and don't campaign against matter thing. No. Yes, I didn't know you were there. What? What's your matter? Laelynn. Anyway, so I then decided that the next day I was going to get a pregnancy test, and that's what I went and did. And Tali came over. I told her, you know what, I need help, I need moral support, let's do this together. Did we not go? Did I not do the things that needed to be done? And I gave her the little like, what's it called, the stick, like I covered them, and then I told her, you know what, you open for me because I can't do it. And then she just opened them. It's like, you can read them. Then she says, you can read them, not me. And I'm like, oh my goodness. I was shocked. So at first it was like a faint line. I'm like, maybe the faint line doesn't mean much. But this time the line is nice and bold. And I'm like, whoa, wow, this is actually happening. So what I then decided to do was not tell Kim immediately. Why? Because I wanted to surprise him. We had been, family planning, right? We wanted to have a baby after me graduating. So we had been planning, you know what, soon after graduation, then we start trying or whatever. So this was good news because it meant that we had succeeded in our trying. But then I decided, you know what, I'm not going to show him, I'm not going to tell him this until I've made sure, like I wanted it to be a surprise. Yes, ma'am, I wanted you to be a surprise. This is the first time she's also hearing this story. So I wanted it to be a surprise, and I waited. I tried to wait all the way until his birthday. But mind you, this was like a few days after Valentine's Day, maybe the 18th of February when I found out. And it was on 10 March. You know what? I can't. I tried to last all the way until the end of February. That's how on 10 days. So what I then did was I went out and I bought a little lovely little kit. There was this time when we walked into the Nike store along Churchill, and we saw this little baby set, Nike, and that's what I went and bought, and I put it in a present, like a box, and made it look like a birthday present. And then that night, I put it on the side of his side of the bed, on his bedside table, and I just acted like everything was normal. He came from work and everything was normal until he found it. Like, I think he actually did other things until he realized he had something on his bedside table. And then that's when he was like, what's this? And I'm like, it's a present. Because it's the next room, right? It's your birthday present. It's like, birthday present? Then he comes with it. So I'm going to show you the video and show you what happened.
Surprising the surpriser. 2004. Yeah. You can open it here if you like. Open first.
Nice packaging, by the way.
Yeah.
This birthday, I wonder.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Is this meant to be a joke?
No. Why would it be a joke?
Is this what I think it is?
What? What do you think it is?
Huh?
What do you think it is?
Are you telling me you were pregnant?
Yep.
Yes.
My God. I got your cough.
What?
Yep.
Oh! Oh, baby. Really? When did you find out?
Oh my gosh, was he not the happiest man I have ever seen? He was elated. He was so happy. And I remember we had like the best nights that night, and we were like, oh, so you're off drinks, oh, no more shisha for you, and stuff like that. And he was so happy. And yes, we were so happy. Yes, we were happy with you. We were happy you were coming. Shh. Shh. What's the matter? Oh, okay. Ooh. What's it? What a matter. What a matter. Uri down the manga rira ere kuti wabaiwa majection. Wakabaiwa majection 3. I don't get it. Why do they give babies injections? 3 whole injections. 1, 2, 3. In seven mukuru, I can't take 1. What about 3? For this little person, 3. It's really painful to watch. So maybe ndosa ka akura manga rira kuti makuita zvekamera ka. Saka ndaku manga rira. Okay, baby. Okay. So as I was saying, Keen was so happy. He just could not contain himself. He really just... He was happy, man. And he told me, dandane to my suspicions. Because number 1, wanga kufarira ma pork bones, Derek. And fair enough, I was eating pork bones like no man's business. I don't remember where we went, kwanga kuchitengeswa from pork bones. And I was, after that day, I literally was having pork bones every 2 days, every other day. Because I don't know, I just felt like, you know what, this is the best thing that's ever happened to me. Demajane chimba, demajane sadza, ne rice. I even went and found a place like munanotengeza pork bones, and I tried to make them by myself. And I started putting my own spices and what, but tenachikoda ndichoti ndikudya pork bones, and oh my gosh, it was just so, yeah, it was one of those. At that point in time, we had realized we were having a baby, and we just kind of went through with it. We decided to see where this journey was going to take us, and that's what we started doing. Mind you, being a parent is quite the task, because you're always all over the place, and you're hot from being, yeah, it's a lot of work. But anyway, it's lovely work. Anyway, as I was saying, so then we just decided, you know what, let's do this. Let's do this baby thing. Let's see where it takes us. So generally, my pregnancy was very smooth going. There were no big issues, and then Daddy arrives while we're doing our video video. So we're gonna have to pause and say hi to Daddy. Be right back. So generally, my pregnancy was not a difficult pregnancy. I did have morning sickness. I did feel the nausea. I did feel the things that come with in being in your first trimester. And I can say that it was what it was. But I know that there have been more difficult experiences out there, which is why I would then say that my experience was not a terrible experience in the first trimester. The problem came in the second trimester, and I then developed back pains. So during the first trimester, I didn't have a helper in the house. I was basically doing all my housework because I had let go of the lady who had been helping me in the house. And I felt, you know what, let me do this by myself. It's my house. It's a small house. Let's do this. Hi, Nanas. What's your matter? Anyway, as I was saying, my problem came in the second trimester. Now, this is where I developed back pain. So as I was saying, I let go of the lady who had been helping me around the house, and I decided, you know what, I have a small house, I can clean it by myself, let me just do this. Until I started developing back pains, because, you know, you're now carrying somebody else, and it's no longer the same. Hi, Mana. So because it's no longer the same, you can't carry the same load. I was slow to realize that in as much as I was feeling strong enough for it, my body was no longer in a position to overwork or to work hard. So just simple tasks like traira, you know, even if I was using a long broom or just traira regularly, I would stand up and have a backache, or mopping, you know, with a mop. When I bend down to wring the mop or whatever, when I get back again, or by the time I'm done mopping, all that up and down, I would have a backache. So the first time it happened, I just kind of waited it out. So what happened was I had like my leg, it's my left leg. It just felt broken from the hip down, and I could not move. Like, I couldn't lift it, I couldn't turn my body, I couldn't do anything. It was like my leg was dislocated, and every time I tried to force it to do anything, I was in excruciating pain. It is the worst pain I have ever felt, and I cannot wish that pain on my worst enemy. I can't. It's terrible pain. And I tried to wait it out. I just bought regular painkillers. I tried to wait it out, and after a day or two it faded. So then I just thought, maybe it's just me overworking, and then I got somebody else to come and help at the house, and yeah, I thought it was over. Until it happened again. This time it felt like, you know how if you have a wound somewhere, like kanani chironda, or you tease the wound on whatever wound you have. That's what it felt like. It felt like I had teased an open wound, and this time it was worse. I couldn't do anything. The first time I had a little bit of mobility. The second time I had no mobility at all. Absolutely none. Nada. Zilch. I could not move. I tried to use clutches to go to the toilet. I couldn't. I mean crutches to go to the toilet. And the toilet, mind you, my toilet and my bedroom are like 5 meters apart. I couldn't finish a meter. I couldn't go back to my bed the first time it happened. Luckily, my sister was at home, and she was the one who had to lift me up from the floor because I fell. And she then helped me back on my bed. Well, actually, we had to go to the toilet first and then come back. And that's when I knew I had to go and see a doctor. So my doctor had traveled, and then there was a doctor who came and saw me on behalf of my doctor, and she said that I was having something called sciatica. So the definition of sciatica is a situation whereby your sciatic nerve, which is a nerve, ooh, we're done. Yay, well done, baby. A nerve that runs down your leg, the sciatic nerve, has been disturbed in one way or another. So my sciatic nerve had been disturbed somehow, and it was shooting pains down the rest of my leg or around my waist, and just moving a muscle was going to disturb it or whatever. So I got admitted to the hospital, to a local hospital. I got admitted, and I stayed there for about 3 days, and I was on heavy painkillers. I had to go through physiotherapy. They told me to slow down on doing housework or any other work that I'd been doing. So I had to basically take it easy. And I think that was my wake-up call, that my body is no longer just me and I'm carrying somebody. And this person requires the most, the utmost care or the best of me. So I had to slow down. I had to stop doing a lot of things that I was doing. I even stopped exercising for a bit because taking long walks was becoming taxing. I usually am the kind of person that can walk like 10 kilometers. Now I was just walking for 2 kilometers. And during that 2 kilometers, I would feel like my leg is already starting to bother me. So I then have to go back home. So yeah. This is the first half of the story of Laelynn's pregnancy, my first pregnancy, where this little person was kicking in my belly and I was busy admitted in a hospital. I think I was 6 months at that time, and I was just so depressed at the time, and a lot was going on, but I thank God that that we went past it. And if you stay tuned, we are going to be together again for part 2 of Laelynn, the story of Laelynn's birth. Oh no, sorry. So stay tuned. We are going to be back for the story of Laelynn's birth, and stay tuned for part 2. Oh, on camera. Busy boo-booing on camera. Oh, Lily. Oh.